we are seeing growing demands for more integrated sensor platform to serve all different these use cases on a smartwatch. So today I wanted to touch on the overall industry trend and how the use cases that are evolving on wearables, especially around sensors, and what are the technology that is driving those evolutions, and how industry can collaborate. So let me start with the industry outlook first. Wearables category is one of the fastest growing segment in the consumer electronics industry. It has the growth trend has accelerated also, especially last years during pandemic, and the growth presents both kind of like tracker form factor and the smartwatch form factor, and this presents lots of opportunity for all the players who's developing solution, the device, and back end and service in an industry. And COVID was actually one of the very unique situation we were in last year and even continues today. And that introduces how people have actually adopted wearable devices to kind of self-track their COVID-19 symptoms. And that helped increase interest from consumers in their personal health and wellness in general during global lockdown. And that helped actually the growth of the wearables market. So some of the industry analysts actually captured those trends, that the category is actually growing very, very rapidly, and COVID-19 played a significant role to drive the growth. And that actually presents quite a lot of opportunity for all of us to dive in. And when the market grows, usually we see the market also segment into multiple directions. And wearables market was not an exception. We have seen different use cases presented on a device to do the health and medical monitoring using sensors, and added use cases around communications and social interactions, and from consumer to enterprise. Lots of different use cases are presented and being added on a wearables device. But one of the actually most desired feature and the use cases by user is the health and wellness and monitoring, and it goes actually beyond those two. Also medical monitoring as well is going into wearables device, and this increasing focus on this wearable sensor based use cases are the one of the key trend that we have observed recent years. So what makes wearable device so powerful and most desired tool by user in health and wellness monitoring? I'd say there are three reasons to make wearable device so powerful tool. Number one, it has always on usage. Because wearable device is most portable form factor to track activities and vitals and user behavior almost 24/7, it tracks usage basically always. And it also collects very personal user data by continuously monitoring users' health and vital signs and physical activities. So very personal information is being collected through wearables device. And number three is actually most interesting, because wearable device now is becoming more and more interactive device, and it has been integrated with other devices around the user's ecosystem. It provides very interactive and integrated experience to user. So not only it is with the user all the time, collect kind of personal information to give a user more insights and more robust information around it. But it does provide just-in-time feedback and also more kind of like the end-to-end service by being integrated with all other healthcare provider service, and that provides an even bigger value to end user. So that's the three key reasons that we have seen that makes wearable device more and more kind of powerful tool in health and wellness monitoring. So what are the key use cases on wearables, especially around sensors? So yesterday, when user wanted to measure their heart rate or blood oxygen level, we used like separate accessories. And actually this is still being used in many scenarios. But it presented as a separate accessory. User or medical providers take measure. So it's event is triggered. It's one-time event. It's not continuous, and supported by separate accessory device. When these features are added on the wearables device, what it does is it does continuously heart rate monitoring. So again, it tracks these vital signs like almost always on users. And it does provide those information real time to user and provide more meaningful information around the actual user. And it is being integrated with other kind of features that actually benefits users' life by having different workout modes. You know, these days smartwatches provide more than 100 workout modes that user can track and manage their health. And more insights are being added into this kind of self-health analysis and management system. So being integrated with smartphone and even other devices around you in user's ecosystem, user can get even more insights around their health and even lifestyle to live even the better lifestyles based on those insights. What we are expected to see going forward is that wearables devices is going to be true health and wellness companion to an user, and the technologies are evolving to support even smaller and sleeker form factor so that user can comfortably wear device like 24/7 and really be with that device all the time. And the experience and the intelligence that users getting through wearable device is becoming more and more engaging. It's not like one way, it is becoming truly like two-way communication and very interactive, so that this really serves good purpose in managing users like healthy lifestyle. And another interesting trend is that wearable devices playing more and more integral role in remote patient monitoring by connecting itself into the greater health ecosystem. So opportunities really big. These use cases are becoming real and being realized on the wearable devices as we speak now. If we zoom in a little more details, so what are the actual use cases being supported on our wearables devices today to do health management, wellness monitoring, and fitness management? These are all different use cases that are already present on today's wearables device. From heart rate monitoring to ECG to sleep tracking, stress tracking, and fall detection. This is another use cases that is being really picked up to serve like senior citizens, for example. and general fitness tracking. Again, like more than 100, even more workout modes are like even being added on across all different platforms. So these are all the evolution that we're seeing on the use cases on wearables that are leveraging all different sensor hardware component and the algorithm that all the partners of the industries are developing. And that is all driven by growing demand for more and more these health and fitness use cases. And what that means to players like Qualcomm is that we are seeing growing demands for more integrated sensor platform to serve all different these use cases on a smartwatch. So what we do is we do work with different like value chain partners to provide best sensor-based platform experience. From Qualcomm, we provide a wearables platform that has integrated different sensor solution. We provide on our platform the sensor processing framework where partners who have their own sensor algorithm or different user experience, they can port in and develop most desired user experience on a smartwatch. And another focus area that we have is that we wanted to make sure that the experience is optimized, so performance and power is optimized. We wanted to be able to support all different use cases and all different different evolution that our partners are developing that does not, while it does not drain batteries on watch. So the performance and power optimization is ongoing challenges that we are tackling and addressing from our platform. And we do work with the different sensor suppliers. Like some of the examples here, just an example, but we do work with the different the partners to optimize this experience, working directly with them from hardware and software perspective, and do work with wearables OEM so that at the end of the day, OEMs can develop a watch that has this best sensor-based experience on their watch and deliver really delight experience to end user. So what we recognize is we understand that to deliver this best user experience, we have to work with across industry, different parties from device manufacturer to content developers to the sensor solution providers and UI UX designers and mobile service network and even health ecosystem providers. We really need to work together to develop and deliver the best user experience, and the collaboration does matter to achieve that goal. So what we did from Qualcomm is we have actually recently launched the Wearable Ecosystem Accelerator program. This is like ecosystem. This is with our goal to drive ecosystem growth, and we wanted to accelerate the innovations amongst all the stakeholder, work together with a large group of the ecosystem industry players to drive really best sensor-based experience device and overall growth of the wearable segment. So we work with different members from different kind of industry segment and drive different activities to really bring everybody together where we can talk about industry trend, brainstorm different ideas, talk about challenges and kind of homework that we have to address together. So this program is really with a goal to grow the overall category and with a mindset that we need to collaborate together to drive acceleration of the adoption of all the use cases and the technology evolution that we just talked about. So a lot of partners have shared your different ideas throughout the summit, 4 days of summit. I also enjoyed watching all different sessions that was presented. I wanted to encourage folks here to check out the website. We have a website up and running that we basically invite the Wearables ecosystem partner. And it's going to have different events, different forums where you can learn, you can participate, and showcase your own solution to different parties. So yeah, I wanted to kind of like wrap up my keynote to encourage everybody to check out the Qualcomm's Wearables Ecosystem Accelerator program. And that wraps up my keynote. Thank you all.